Hi guys, today I'm going to look at my Olympus Om-2 35mm SLR. This one. Stay tuned. Well, here we go guys, this is my Olympus Om-2. This camera is the MD version, which means micro drive. So this camera was produced between 1979 and 1984. It's a classic vintage 35mm SLR that shoots 35mm film. The first thing I'll do is, I'd recommend doing, is turn the camera around and check that the batteries are okay. To do this, you've got the off switch, the manual, the auto, and you've got the check reset. So you should see the light come on. If the light comes on, you're good to go. Looking at the bottom of the camera, we've got the tripod mount and we've got the cover for the batteries. This camera takes two SR44 batteries, but I believe you can also use LR44 or equivalents, very easily available. And this cover, we take this off if we want to attach a motor drive. Obviously I've not got a motor drive myself, so I'll be leaving that on. We've also got the Made in Japan sign and the serial number, which mine is 953837. Looking at the top of the camera, we've got the rewind crank. So this is where you either forward or rewind the film. We've got the on-off switch, so at the moment it's currently set to off. If I choose manual, the camera becomes fully manual, so you set your aperture and you also set your shutter speed. If you put it onto auto, it becomes an aperture priority camera, and you've also got check and reset. You use the check button to check your battery, and if the batteries die or they've expired, then the mirror locks up. So to release the mirror, you press the reset button. You can also attach a flash. You've got your exposure compensation dial, and you also use this dial to set your ASA speed. So to change the ASA speed setting, at the moment it's currently set on 250. You lift, twist. I've now set it to 160, and you position the white line to the black line. Then the camera set ready as a 160 film, and then use your exposure compensation as you would on any camera. You've got your shutter release button, your film wind crank, and you've also got your shutter count. Looking at the front of the camera, we've got the self timer. Takes a little while, so you pull the button down to the bottom and you activate it. I think it takes about 10 seconds, so I'll leave the self timer run. There you go, so that's the self timer working. We've also got the film rewind lever. It should be pointing straight up when your film's loaded. To rewind it, as you can see, there's a little red arrow which shows you which way to turn it. So turn it to the right, or left as you look at it, right as I'm looking at it, and then you can lift up and rewind the film. To change aperture on these lenses, really easy. It's on the front of the camera, and that's how you change your aperture. To change shutter speeds, it's at the back of the camera. So as you can see, I'll bring it a little bit closer. There's your shutter speeds there. And so the inside is for the shutter speed, the outside of the lens is for the aperture. Changing lenses with the Om-2 is really simple. On the lens itself, there's a switch here and also a switch here. By pushing both of those in together and twisting like so, the lens will come off. To reattach the lens, there's a red dot on the camera here and there's a red dot on the lens there, and you line them up and push and lock into place. Very simple. To load film into the camera, lift the lever and pull up the rewind crank. that allows you to put your film in. I check these areas here with the felt to make sure they're all good. Mine look fine, and just in case you get any light leaks. I'm now going to load a roll of film in. For my test films, I always buy Agfa Vista 200 from Poundland. It's £1, 24 exposures, ASA 200 film, cheap and cheerful, but it's really good for testing. So to load this film, I'm going to put the film in upside down. So you've got the big hole at the bottom and the extending plastic bit at the bottom. Just going to give myself an easy position. I'm now going to pull the film out and locate it into one of the slats on the far end of the camera, like so. Once that's in position, I'm going to wind the film on, and then I'm going to close the back, put that back into position. Now when you wind the film on, you want to wind it until you get to the first exposure. Once it's on the first exposure, the camera is ready to use. There you go guys, that's my quick overview and tutorial on how to use the Olympus Om-2 35mm film camera. If you've never shot film and you're looking for a relatively cheap film camera to go and experiment and play with, get one of these. Fantastic. It's got aperture priority mode, it's got manual mode, and it'll teach you all the fundamental basics of getting exposure correct with film. Anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed the overview and tutorial. If you like the video, click the like button. If you want to see more content, please click the subscribe and share. Anyway, I'm about to go to work. Have a great weekend, and ciao for now.